Welcome to BCIS 5379, Tech of E-Business. My name is Dr. Schuessler, and I'll be your professor this semester. Many of you have already had before, so you have a pretty good idea of what the expectations are. But for those that may be new, this is an opportunity to kind of introduce you to my Blackboard shell. Everybody's a little bit different, the professors that you've had, so hopefully this will kind of help make your life a little bit easier in terms of being able to find things and being able to navigate our Blackboard shell. So in general, this is what our home page is going to look like when you log into Blackboard. It'll be a little bit different once I've completed the videos. The one I'm working on right here is this one right here, and I'll be creating a second one over here, hopefully Thursday, to kind of get that all completed out. And when that's done, I'll remove the red text and you should be good to go. Below that is a Twitter feed that you can take a look at. You can either follow me directly or you can log into Blackboard here and kind of follow along that way. I tend to post things that are related to higher education, job opportunities, things like that, as well as things that are related to security and networking and stuff like that. At the bottom of our homepage, we've got some information about help desk information, netiquette, and computer use policy. If you're new to the online environment, take the student training. You can request help from the help desk, which they're really very good at what they do. They've got some various office hours that you can contact them, phone numbers, email, as well as being able to request a remote session. Most issues tend to be related to your browser or to Java. But in a lot of cases, if you're having an issue, you can't figure it out, they can remote in and take care of it, usually within just a few minutes. If you have trouble figuring out how to work with peers and professors, take a look at the netiquette policy. I don't think there's anything eye-opening there, but take a look if you have any questions as far as that. As far as computer use policy, even though you're logging in through your home system or a work system in most cases, be aware that you're also logging into Blackboard, which is part of the Tarleton State University systems. So treat it as if you're working on a public machine and don't do things that you shouldn't be doing. Our navigation structure is over here to the left. If you want to get back to this home page, simply click on home and that'll bring you back here. That second video I'll talk about those more in the syllabus and the schedule in that second video. Basically, they're just Google Docs that open up into separate tabs, and you can take a look at those when we get there. I'm going to switch over here real quick to student view just so you kind of get more of a feel for what you see right now. Then we've got lessons and lectures. I have created lessons and lectures for a previous edition of this text. However, as I'm sure you all know by now, this is a newer edition of the text, and I haven't had a chance to create an updated list yet, or various videos yet. But if you want to take a look at those, they certainly still add value, I think. So those are out there for you if you are interested in learning that way. Deliverables are right here. This is where your grades are going to come from, are all the ones that are in this section. Under assessments, these are various quizzes, and all the quizzes are pretty much the same with the exception of the first two and the last one. The first one and the last one are a pre-test and post-test respectively, and these are just ways for me to assess where you're coming into class, your background knowledge as it relates to e-business, and then at the end of the semester how far you've come. So it really doesn't matter how well or how poorly you do on them. If you complete them, you're going to get your points for those particular ones. So just do the best that you can so I get an accurate reading. I should also note that they're password protected using TEST, test, all lowercase, as are all of the various assessments. And this is just really meant to prevent you from accidentally starting the wrong assessment. The next assessment is over the syllabus, and this is not really meant to trick you or anything. It's really just to kind of ensure that you've actually read the syllabus and understand it. So take a little bit of time to read through the syllabus, ask any questions that you might have, and then go ahead and take the quiz. You may want to have it open in a separate monitor or print it out, but definitely read through it first. Other than that, all the quizzes are over the various chapters that we're covering throughout the semester. They're all already posted, so I don't take late quizzes. If you have some sort of a technical problem, I don't reset the quiz. And the way I get around that, the way I get around issues is I drop your lowest quiz score. So be aware of that. If you have some sort of a technical issue or something like that, consider that one of your dropped scores. But that's kind of the way I've addressed that or handled that. The quizzes are timed at 5 minutes, and they're set to auto submit when that time has expired. Typically, students hate these quizzes; they absolutely hate them. But because of the dropped quiz scores, usually by the end of the semester, the averages on these quiz scores are usually pretty good. So even though you've got a few bad scores along the way, don't stress about that. Usually the averages are pretty good by the end of the semester. As far as homework, got those posted right in here. The first one is a little bit of an oddball homework assignment in that it is you're creating a shared Google folder with me, and that's what you're going to use to keep various documents that you need to keep, that you need to share with me over the course of the semester. Follow the directions, follow the naming conventions, all of those kinds of things. Give me edit rights to the folder, but do not make me the owner of the folder. And then next, I'm going to have you complete out this form. It's basically just an information form, tells me a little bit about who you are and things like that. And I'll talk a little bit more about that here in just a second when we get down to the discussion board. And lastly, submit the link to that shared folder. Students a lot of times have trouble creating that shared link, so I've created a little short video there to kind of help walk you through that process. The remaining of the homework assignments are these little mini projects that I've kind of created. And what it is we have it's like I need to make one more available. Don't have them all showing up just yet. Basically what they are evaluations. So you're going to evaluate, there's going to be multiple groups that are created after the first week, after you've completed your information sheets. I will create different groups in the class, and each group will be assigned to address a different web server technology. So in this case, maybe Apache, and another one may be assigned to IIS, for example. And everybody's going to create a little presentation that they'll present to me in a Hangout on Air. And then I will share that Hangout on Air to the discussion board for everybody else to view and evaluate your evaluation of that particular technology. And so we're going to do that a few times. The very first project's over web servers, the second one's over back-end databases, and the third and final one are web scripting languages. So these are group assignments, and there's really nothing to submit other than that presentation. And we'll be able to talk about those a little bit more once the groups are assigned. There's a semester project that's an individual project in this class. And the project there's no coding or anything like that involved in this particular project. This project is really about is geared towards trying to get you ready for the 5365 class. And I know it's a lower number, but in an ideal world, you would be taking this class and then taking that web development class, in which you would be essentially implementing this plan that you're going to develop in this class. So my recommendation as far as the semester project is you need to come up with some sort of an idea of a product or a service that you can market over the internet, and then plan an e-business solution for that. And I kind of walk you through some of the things that I'm expecting, and I try to give you a fair amount of detail there. As far as how you're going to be graded, if you click on the assignment itself, you can view the grading rubric right there, and you can see the different things that you're going to be evaluated on. You'll just scroll down here. Again, that document will be in your shared Google folder. Follow the naming convention. I believe this is it. Highlight it. Insert your link to it that you've got in your Google Drive and set it to open in a new window. So that is it as far as the semester project. And again, we'll be working on this throughout the semester. So my advice is to go ahead and read chapter 16 in the text. It really covers a lot of the content that you're going to need. So take a look at that. The discussion board posts are right there. First off, introduce yourself. I've already done that. I've introduced myself here. We've had a few other people at this point introduce themselves as well. I always like to know a little bit about my professors, so that's what I've done here. I've introduced, and actually I need to update that. That's for the other class that I copied and pasted this. But I always like to know a little bit about my professors. This is your opportunity to get to know a little bit about me, and that way you can kind of get an idea of where I'm coming from and things like that. As far as some of the other discussion board items, if you have a general question, certainly ask it right there. Ask your professor and peers. Hopefully somebody else will respond. I usually let other students try to respond to those things, but after a few days, if nobody said anything, I'll respond at that point. As far as the semester project links, it's not required, or actually by the end of the first week of class, I want you to create a shell of a document in your shared Google folder that you've created for homework 0. And in that shared folder, I want you to create your document for your semester project that you're going to be working on throughout the semester. I want you to come in here and paste the link to that document so that all the other students can see what you're working on. Make sure that it's a read-only link. I do not want other students being able to make changes to your document. But certainly I want everybody to be able to see what everybody else is doing. So hopefully we can all kind of work on our projects kind of collectively and improve what you're doing. The discussion boards are going to be posted right here, or I've created them already. So for the very first one, where we're evaluating web technologies, for example, or a web server, I'm going to come in here after you've done your presentation. It'll be a link that's posted on YouTube. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to post the link for Group 1, Group 2, and Group 3 the week that the discussion board is due on the previous Sunday. I'll make sure those links are all posted by then, and that way you can evaluate what the other groups have posted. And I think we've got enough people in this class to have about 3 groups, putting about 4 to 5 people on each group. And so this one's over databases, and this last one is over scripting languages. So those are the discussion boards. Then there's the exams. There's nothing in here as of yet. When the due date, according to the schedule, when the exam window opens, you'll be able to see the exams pop up in that section. The next area we have over here in our navigation bar is communications. And you should have noticed yesterday I sent out an announcement, and in that announcement I try to detail things, and I usually try to get everything graded. Everything is due on Sunday. I try to grade the following Monday, and once I've completed grading, I send out a weekly announcement to kind of keep everybody on the same page. What's due this week? What are some of the general observations that I have for the class? Things like that. Occasionally I'll get behind. I'll have some grading that takes longer, and so sometimes it'll take a little bit longer to send out the announcement, but it is something that I try to do each week. If you have a specific question about a grade, or actually let me back up for just a second. When I send out an announcement, the announcements also send out an email address, or send out an email to your email address. Please do not respond to that. If it's course related, I want you to send me messages through course messages here within Blackboard. If you send me a course related question via regular email, I'm not going to respond to it. I need course related messages all housed within our Blackboard shell. If you have another question that's outside of class that you want to send to my regular email, by all means use my regular email. If it's, you've got a job interview question or recommendation that you need, or a question about another class, certainly feel free to ask me via my regular email. But if it's course related, I need it to be here within our Blackboard shell. And you'll do that here under course messages, and it's pretty intuitive. Create messages and so on. I also have virtual office hours. I try to do these each Tuesday. If for some reason, I'll go ahead and close that. My computer's a little busy right now. It's a Hangout, a Google Hangout, so simply click on that. It'll open right up. I try to do these each Tuesday. from 11 to 12. Periodically, I do get called away for a meeting or something like that, and I can't make it. But if there's some other time that you need to video chat, you have something on the screen that you want to share with me, or vice versa, we can do that within that Google Hangout. Just click on that link, and that will make sure that we meet at the same place. Another way of communicating is via grades. So I pretty much got the Blackboard shell set up the way I want, the grading portion of it. For the most part, I think everything is pretty much the way I want. Now, there are a few that are holdovers from previous semesters that it has not allowed me to delete. So you can see these say delete these. So I need to get in touch with the Blackboard help desk to have them help me get rid of those. The last section over here is supplemental material. A lot of students like to kind of follow along with slides, and so the PowerPoints are posted right there. There's also social media. I use quite a bit of social media, so there's a link to my website right there. Google Plus Learning Community. I don't use that an awful lot, but it's out there if you're interested. YouTube, as you can obviously tell, I use quite a bit. Twitter, I use a fair amount as well. I highly recommend that you have a LinkedIn account and that you maintain it. Lots of job opportunities become available through LinkedIn. And then lastly, various books that I've read that I think are worthy, I will post to a recommended list that I keep on Amazon. So you can take a look at that. The last bit I've got over here are funny videos. And these are various things that I've run across over the years, and I try to save them that are technical related or higher ed related, something of that nature. So if you run across something you want to share, send it my way. If it's something I can share with the rest of the class, I'll post it. Don't be offended if I don't. It just may not be particularly relevant in how it fits in with the class. In the next few days, there'll be another link here that talks about your learning styles that you're taking right now, sometime this week. And as I get that data, I'll post a link in there about your learning styles and personality. And then at the end of the semester, as I get more data from assessments at the end of the semester, there's another link that I'll post there as well. And you can kind of follow up on that if you're interested. So that is our Blackboard shell for the most part. If you have any questions, you don't want to get back to the home page, simply click on home there. If you have any questions, send me a message. Follow me on Twitter at H.Schuessler PhD. And until next time, I will talk to you later. Have a good one.